So next thing we need to construct is a list of start positions. Okay. So to do that, you can either go to new source and click on blank query, or alternatively, just right click in a blank area in this queries list. Okay, right click and new query and a blank query. All right. So this will open a dialog box. You can either directly type the 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 definition of the new query here, okay, or you can just click on next, and now this blank query is being generated, and then you can define here by typing something here to define this blank query. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to type equal. So I'm going to use a list numbers function. It's called list dot numbers. Okay, I'm going to use this function, and be careful, sometimes you need to adjust the function name to make sure this is the right function name. So list numbers. So this function takes three arguments. The first argument here is the very first element in this list. So the first start position we're going to have is 0, right? In the first page, here, right, start position is 0. Okay, and we have 25 stocks in this page. So the very first start position can be 0, and the next page, second page, start position is going to be 25. Third page, start position is going to be 50. So each page contains 25 stocks. So the start position will jump by 25 when you go to the next page. Okay, so come back here. All right. This is because we haven't completed the function, so Power BI thought this is error, but let's complete this function and this error will go away. So the second argument is giving the count of numbers. How many pages you want to retrieve? Let's retrieve 4 pages. Okay. The third argument is gonna be the increment. So as I said, when we move to the next page, the start position jump by 25. So it goes from 0 to 25 to 50 to 75. So the increment should be 25. Okay, this is gonna be the list we try to construct. Now you can click enter. All right. So alternatively, okay, let me delete this query and generate in an alternative way. Okay, again, just you can go to new source on the blank query, or as I said, right click on this blank area and new query and the blank query, and instead of going to the next step and typing that narrow box for defining functions, you can directly type your function here. Okay, just get rid of this kind of quotation marks and directly type list numbers. Okay, the function name has to be started with a capital letter. Okay, and there's a dot in between list dot numbers, and open a parenthesis. The first argument is going to be the first element in that list. It's going to be start position 0, and how many start positions you want to get, or how many pages you want to get. 4 pages. Okay, that's going to be the second argument. And the third argument is going to be, again, the increment of each start position. So when we move from page 1 to page 2, start position jump from 0 to 25. When we move to page 3, jumps from 50 to 75. I'm sorry, jump from 25 to 50. So for each page you try to retrieve, the start position basically increments by 25. So again, type 25 here. This is going to be fine. Okay, again, you see here the list is being generated with 4 numbers being the 4 start positions for each page you try to retrieve. Next thing you need to change this. This is currently a list. You need to change it into a table. So click on this to table button to convert it to a table. Once it's in being a table, you can rename the title or the column name. I'll call it start. position. All right. And also because this list is going to be used as a parameter to plug into the URL string, so the element of this list has to be a text format. Okay, the string URL, the URL is always in a string format. So element in the URL has to be a string format as well. So you need to change this table into a text format. All right. So once that's done, now you can start with this list and add a column. And this column is going to invoke the customer function, okay, to call the particular website and retrieve information from there based on the start position, okay, in this column. So I'm going to go to Add Column tab and click on Invoke Customer Function. Okay. The new column name is going to be the new column where the information from the website is going to be stored. You don't necessarily need to give a new name, okay? You can work on it later. But this function query is important because we're basically invoking or calling that customer function, which is named as most traded stocks. Okay, so you need to click on this one to make this function applied to this exercise. Okay. Then in terms of the start parameter, okay, it's going to be defined by this column, start position. All right, so there's no confusion here. Just use the start position column as the parameter values for this start parameter in that M code we have constructed before. All right, now click on OK. Well, very quickly, Power BI retrieved data from that website based on each one of those parameter values. So based on this 0, Power BI retrieved the first page from that website. Based on the start position of 25, Power BI retrieved the second page of that website. Okay, so now we can expand this column to see the entire information related to each page or each start position. All right, so let's expand this column. All this kind of data items is actually useful, so I'm going to use all of them. Actually, I can load more. I think that's all. All right, and I do not want to use the original column name as a prefix. I will just use the item name as it is. Okay, so I'm going to uncheck this box and click on OK. Right, so now I have, so again, here's the starting position, 0, which corresponds to the first page. All right, so here's 25 stocks retrieved from the first page, and that's their symbols, that's their names, and so on and so forth. Then for this, starting from this row, which corresponds to a start position of 25, that's going to be the stocks from the second page. So again, we're going to start from this row 26 all the way to row 50. So that's going to be the stocks retrieved from the second page. All right. So that looks pretty good. So I'm going to rename this query as most traded stocks four pages, right? So I'll just call it 4 pages. So next, I will just go to Home tab and close and apply this entire exercise. So all the steps, once you click on close and apply, all the steps is going to be implemented and all the data is going to be pulled from the website to this Power BI file. So it's going to take a little bit. All right.
So finally, the data are pulled into the Power BI file, and you can see this table is here, contains all the data items for the most traded stocks. You can actually check the table view. You will see all the information for those top traded stocks. All right. So you can just go to the File tab and save this file at a location that you prefer.